Hello students, let us learn the sixth chapter of your social studies textbook today. The name of the chapter is Our National Resources, Forest and Wildlife. Do you remember what we studied in the last chapter? We studied about the climate, weather and seasons. They are natural occurrences. They occur naturally. They happen naturally. Similarly, we have other natural things that are part of our planet. What are natural things? They are things that occur naturally, such as the thick, dense forest and the wonderful wildlife or the wild animals live in the forest. In this class, let us know more about these resources that are gifted to us by nature. But before we get into the chapter, let us understand in detail what are natural resources. What are natural resources? Natural resources are the useful and valuable things that are given to us by nature. They are the free gifts of nature. And we need all these resources for our survival and to fulfill our needs in everyday life. Every day we need all these resources. In one or the other way, we need all the resources given to us by nature. What are those resources then? The air that we breathe, the water that we drink, the sunlight that we get, the plants, animals, soil, minerals and fossil fuels like petrol, diesel, kerosene, all those. These all are natural resources. They occur naturally. Nobody makes that. It is already there in the nature. Otherwise, the nature gives us all these. These natural resources are divided into two: renewable and non-renewable resources. What are these renewable and non-renewable resources? Let us learn about them in detail now. Let us start with renewable resources. What are these renewable resources? Renewable resources are those resources that are available in plenty and can be replenished or refilled naturally at a given period of time. They are also called as inexhaustible resources. What is inexhaustible? They will not be exhausted. They will not be used up completely. We cannot use them completely. Can you say an example for such resource? Water, then air, then forest, the land. All these are good examples of inexhaustible or renewable resources. Now let us see about non-renewable resources. What are they? Non-renewable resources are those natural resources that exist in limited amounts. And when these all are used, it will take a long time for them to form again or for them to refill again. Such resources are non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are also called exhaustible resources. Exhaustible resources we can use up completely. Coal, petrol, diesel, all these are good examples of non-renewable resources. Once we use them completely, they are finished on the earth, we will not get them again. It will take long time to form such resources. In this chapter, we will study about two main natural resources: forest and wildlife. Let us start with forest resources. What is a forest? A forest is a large area of land that is covered with trees. Forests occupy 1/3 of Earth's land area and they give us lot of useful things. A large number of useful things are given to us by forests. Can you tell me some of the things that the forests give us? Make a list of them and send to my WhatsApp number today before 5 o'clock. I told you forest is a large area that is covered with trees. So when we talk about forest, we are talking about trees. Now let us see the importance of forest, otherwise importance of trees. Trees use carbon dioxide among other things to make their food and give out oxygen that we breathe in. So what we need is oxygen and what the trees they do not want is oxygen. So trees take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. And what do? When we breathe in, we take oxygen and we give out carbon dioxide. So we help the trees and the trees help us back. They provide us with a variety of fruits and useful herbs. What do you mean by herbs? The medicinal plants that help us to cure our diseases. Trees provide us with timber or wood. What do we use wood for? we use wood for making furniture, paper and houses. We use wood for meeting our many other needs. Forests provide habitat or natural home to many birds and animals and help in maintaining the water cycle and prevent soil erosion. Forests are not only helpful to us, they are helpful to other animals and birds also. They provide habitat or natural home for many birds and animals and they help in maintaining water cycle. Not only that, they prevent soil erosion. Not only we humans but other animals and birds also get benefits from forest. What are they? The forests provide habitat or natural home for birds and animals and they help in maintaining water cycle and they prevent soil erosion. Another benefit from the forest, they keep the environment cool and they offer us a place for recreational activities or entertainment activities like camping, cycling and bird watching. Now let us see the forests in India. Forests in India can be divided into 5 major categories: evergreen forest, deciduous forest, thorn and shrubs, mountain forest and mangrove forest. Let us learn about these forests in detail. Let's start with evergreen forests. The trees in evergreen forests remain green throughout the year as they do not shed their leaves. Evergreen forests are found in places that experience heavy rainfall. These forests are found in the Western Ghats, the Northeastern region and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Rosewood, mahogany and ebony are examples of evergreen trees. They do not shed their leaves. The second one is deciduous forests. Forests where most of the trees shed their leaves once a year are called deciduous forests. These forests are also called the monsoon forests. They are found in the Himalayan foothills, Deccan Plateau, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar and Odisha. Teak, sal, mahua, bamboo and sandalwood are some of the examples of deciduous trees. The third one is thorny and scrub forest. These forests are found in areas with very less rainfall such as desert region of Rajasthan and they are also called as desert forest. The trees here are short and thorny. Kikar, bubble and date palms are some of the trees found here in desert forests. Next one is mountain forest. These forests are located at high altitudes or mountainous regions and they are found on the slopes of the Himalayas and some parts of Nilgiri hills in southern part of our country. The slopes of the Himalayas are also covered with coniferous forest that have tall trees with cone-shaped fruits. Pine, cedar and deodar are some of the trees that grow in these forests. And the next one is mangrove forest. Mangrove forests are found in the deltas of the Godavari, Krishna and Mahanadi rivers. Mangrove plants include salt-tolerant trees and shrubs. What do you mean by salt-tolerant trees? The trees or shrubs that can grow in salty areas as well. These forests are dense and are also called tidal forest. West Bengal has the biggest stretch of mangrove forest known as the Sundarbans. The name Sundarbans comes from the Sundari trees grown there. In the Sundarbans, there are large number of Sundari trees. The name of a tree is Sundari. From that name of the tree, it came the word Sundarbans. So forests and trees are of great help to us and we get a lot of benefits from them, but still people cut down trees. And because of that, there is a high rate of deforestation. What is deforestation? Deforestation is the removing or cleaning of forest, mostly for agriculture or expansion of urban areas. There are a lot of bad effects for deforestation. It results in the loss of habitat or natural home for many animals and birds. It also leads to soil erosion, floods and landslides. Deforestation also brings down the level of oxygen in the air because trees give out oxygen and that will be reduced when we cut down trees and the air will be filled with more carbon dioxide and that will be increasing the temperature. Now let us see about the conservation of forests. We know that forests are of great help to us because they give us a lot of benefits. So it needs to be conserved. So let's see about this conservation of forests. Many animals and birds have lost their habitat due to deforestation. We should not cut down trees. Our government has made laws for the conservation of trees. Vana Mahotsava is celebrated every year to plant more trees, and large number of school children they participate in this. The Chipko movement in 1970s was an organized effort to check deforestation. Find out more details about Chipko movement and understand who is Sundarlal Bahuguna. Do you know how people they protected trees in Chipko movement? They hugged the trees and they did not allow people to cut down trees by hugging the trees. Look at this. This way they protected trees. Now let us learn about the other important resource, wildlife resources. Forests in India are home to many animals including the Bengal tiger, wolves, foxes, bears, crocodiles, monkeys and snakes. But animals are killed by human beings for food, recreation or entertainment and illegal trade in animal fur, skin, horns and tusks. The government of India has banned hunting. It is illegal to hunt wild animals in our country. If a person hunts wild animals in our country, he will be punished by law in our country. Because of indiscriminate killing, many animals are in the list of endangered species. That means those animals will be disappeared from the earth in the immediate future if people they keep on killing animals like this. The Royal Bengal tiger, the Great Indian bustard and the Asiatic lion are some of the endangered animals of India. To protect the forests and wildlife of our country, the government has set up several national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. What is a wildlife sanctuary? A wildlife sanctuary is an area which is meant for the protection and conservation of wild animals and plants. Some of the popular national parks and wildlife sanctuaries are Periyar National Park in Kerala, Sundarbans National Park in West Bengal, Kaziranga National Park in Assam, Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary in Rajasthan, Gir National Park in Gujarat, Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand, Ranthambore National Park in Rajasthan, Karakoram Wild Sanctuary in Jammu and Kashmir. Remember the names of these national parks and the states in which they are located. And these sanctuaries and national parks are habitat of animals where they live very comfortably. People are not allowed to disturb them or hunt them or kill them in these national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. That's all about the chapter. Now read chapter 6 of your social studies textbook, Our Natural Resources, Forest and Wildlife. While you read, find out all the difficult words in the chapter. Then underline them in your textbook, copy those words into your notebook, write each word 5 times and send to my WhatsApp number today before 5 o'clock. Thank you for watching.